Done a nanoplasty system and it didn't work as it's supposed to work. My client come back saying that the results were not good. What should I do now? Welcome to the SOS Flora. My name is MJ. I'm the Nanoplasty official educator of Floractive's Nanoplasty in Australia, and I'm here, Hairdresser, to talk to you on how to achieve the OMG effect on your first application. Welcome to this live today. I know that this is the question of a lot of hairdressers when you do the nanoplasty and then you feel that it didn't perform the way you would love to. When you do the nanoplasty and you receive that text message from a client saying, oh, I think my hair is not straight as it was before, or it didn't perform, my hair is brassy, or as I had today, this lady coming here to the salon and she does the nanoplasty in a salon in Chatswood, and she said to me, MJ, why my hair, why the nanoplasty becomes so dry in some people's hair, what I'm doing wrong. So this live is for you. We're going to discuss about that. And today someone came to the office and said, MJ, why your hair is not pin straight? You do nanoplasty on your hair, why it's not pin straight? And then I say, because this is exactly how I love my hair. This is exactly what I want my hair to behave. I want my hair to be wavy with movements. So everyone thinks that my hair is straight. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks that my hair is straight and it's wavy. Oh, your hair is wavy. No, guys, my hair is curly. My hair is buffy curly. And I can let my hair to be like this, which I love. It looks that I just left the beach and my hair is wavy. And I can do this on my hair once I wash. And I love that. So I love the freedom that nanoplasty gives to you. But if you are not able to deliver that freedom to your clients, that's where we're going to start talking about today. Let me show you. Someone say, tell me whether nanoplasty or keratin is better for African hair. I would say that nanoplasty is definitely a better solution for African hair because the African hair is really dehydrated. Naturally, the condition of Afro hair is really dehydrated. So if you are using a solution that it's coating the hair all the time and not letting the hair to receive the high hydration anymore, over time the hair will start drying, breaking on your ends, and unfortunately you will always have short hair when you have keratin on African hair. So if you ask me what is the best for African hair, I would say absolutely, with no doubt, nanoplasty will make the hair straighter and it would last it longer, and it would not coat the hair, blocking the passage of hydration to the fiber. But today I'm not talking about that. I'm talking specifically about what should I do when the nanoplasty doesn't work. So look at this hair now. She did the nanoplasty. The hair is beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. It's a beautiful curly hair, really thick strand. And at the end, this is what she noticed. The hair wasn't straight enough. She blast dried the hair and it wasn't straight enough. It was still very, it feels that the hair wasn't silky enough. So what is the mistake here, MJ? Why the hair behaved like this? And I'm going to show you a few more examples. Look at this hair. Look at this hair, guys. She used nanoplasty there. And what happened here? Why the hair is floral yellow? Floral yellow. Unfortunately, having a good products in the hands and not know what to do, it doesn't fix, a lot of issues. Look at this hair now. Look at this hair, how it became really floral yellow. This is so frustrating, isn't it? Look at this hair after the wash, how it behaved. Look at that. The hair wasn't straight. It lost the curls. Now the hair is halfway. It's not 100% straight, but it's not 100% wavy. Look at this hair here when she washed the hair at home. She left the salon. The hair was pinned straight after the iron, obviously. Then as soon as she washed her hair, this was the outcome. Oh my God. I'm warning at the live, so it means that I'm extremely comfortable with that, which is not good. I shouldn't. Look at this hair. She washed her hair at home and this is how the hair behaved. So I'm here to say to you, can you do mistakes on the Nanoplasty by Floractive? Absolutely you can if you don't do a good job. And this is why my job is so intense on educating you and making sure that you guys know exactly what you are doing. Otherwise, having a good product on your hand will not it will not prevent you to create those mistakes. Obviously, they're not using Floractive. You are already halfway to not achieve the OMG effect. Because how are you going to achieve the OMG effect with a product that wasn't designed for the OMG effect? So the OMG effect it's obviously achievable by using the proper products. How are you going to use a product that doesn't promise you the OMG effect and try to achieve that? So initially, I'm going to talk to people that I know that are using Floractive, because that's the product that I mastered, the application, the steps. I know exactly what to say to you on our solution. But if you are coming here using a different solution, I will not be able to give you the accuracy that I will be on the Floractive products. Okay, so what is the first thing that a lot of people do wrong on the application? Yesterday I was watching stories and I saw someone doing a nanoplasty and the hair felt dry. They were passing the product and the hair didn't feel saturated. And there is a mistake that happened before that, which is washing the hair. And I know that you heard that a lot of times, but every time someone comes to this, to the training or to a look and learn, and as soon as I ask them what is the steps, they say we wash the hair prior the application. I feel that we still need to talk about that a lot, because as a lot of brands sell the solution calling it nanoplasty, but they wash the hair prior, it is a problem. Because when it comes to Floractive, you shouldn't wash the hair. You shouldn't. It's a mistake washing the hair prior. So I know that it sounds like, but why, MJ? All the keratins, all the chemical straightening, all the Botox, all the everything else, I have to clarify shampoo the hair before. Why on Floractive I don't have to? Because you are dealing with a nano solution. When you are dealing with a nano solution, you don't have to. You don't have to. And when you do, you are actually create a new issue. You are making the hair very vulnerable, very weak when you clarify shampoo that amount of times. Understand? So it's not like, it's better. No, it's not that. It's better. It's not recommended. Not recommended at all. What about, MJ, if the hair is really has a lot of build up, or the hair is really dirty? What should I do? You're gonna wash with the shampoo conditioner, the W1 shampoo and conditioner. That's what you're gonna do. That's exactly what you're doing. My kid's birthday today, so I spent last night doing party bags, so I'm very tired today. So, if you wash the hair prior, you are reducing the potential. You're reducing the potential dramatically. Okay? 100%, you will not have a very good hair. I'm going to respond this to you, my darling. Let me just finalize the thought. Then, when I don't apply enough product, I create another issue. So everything that you do wrong, you create a new issue. It's not only about not delivering the perfect results, you're creating a new issue. Nanoplasty is not hard. Definitely, it's not hard. The problem is, everyone tries to do their own way instead of following the manufacturer's steps. It's like in a cake. If you see, there is not enough egg, I'm gonna add a new egg. There is not enough butter, I'm gonna add a little bit more of butter. Every drop of butter that you add, any egg that you add to the recipe, it will create a different outcome, because the ingredients were created millimetric quickly to create an outcome. And when you try to create your own outcome, you will not have the outcome that we promise. We promise the OMG effect following the guidelines. So if you don't apply enough product, if you don't create a saturation on the strand, you will not make the hair protected enough to the heat. Which means you're going to be passing an iron in the hair that cannot sustain that. Okay? So let me show you an image of a hair that didn't use enough product. This one here. Not enough product was used here. They followed everything. Right temperature, right everything. But it wasn't enough product. The product was applied and brought in comb to remove. You know what I mean? So not using enough products cause problems. Big problems. Because then you create a level of dehydration that you didn't have to. You didn't have to. Oh, MJ, but I don't want to use a lot of product. So if you want to save product, there is techniques to do that. You mist the hair with water. You mist the hair with water. Or if the hair is extremely dehydrated, you will do a hydration treatment prior. So you're going to do a hydration treatment prior. You are not going to use half of the bottle in one head. If you are using a lot of products, is the hair telling you, hey, I am super dry and I've been trying to tell you every way I can. And you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You need to be intentional. You are a hairdresser. You need to be intentional in what you do. There is no room for us as professionals that deal with customer service to not be intentional in our work. There is no way. All right? I've got two beautiful questions here. One from, actually three, from Elegance Hair. Say, MJ, for the same day tint, should we do tint right after the nano, or should we wash the nano out, dry, and then do the nano? Then do the nano. I will do the color or the tint after the nanoplasty. After, and always after the shampoo. So after the nanoplasty, once you do the iron, you close the hair with the iron. You're going to go back to the basin and you're going to wash the hair first with the conditioner, rinse. Then the shampoo, rinse. Then you apply the color. And then you're going to respect the color. What do you mean, MJ, respecting the color? If the color is applied on dry hair, you need to dry the hair, then apply. If the color is applied on wet hair, you're going to rinse the shampoo and apply the color. Then after the color, you will respect the manufacturer's instructions for the color. If this color needs to receive shampoo again, so you shampoo again. If the manufacturer says that the color doesn't receive shampoo again, you just rinse, so you rinse. Then you're going to apply the mask to finalize. That's the steps that you should follow if you're tinting the hair on the same day. Please mention it here. Some of my new clients tell me I'm doing differently than others. I don't recommend sulfate-free. It's very important for your clients to understand why you don't recommend them to use sulfate-free products. There is a very, very bad culture out there of sulfate is horrible, sulfate is dangerous, sulfate will create a lot of dryness, dehydrated scalp, and it will damage the skin. But there is sulfates and sulfates. Very different between them. The quality of the sulfate is completely different. And when you say sulfate, I want you to understand that the biggest brands in the world sell shampoos with sulfate. L'Oreal, Kerastase, Matrix, Redken, a lot of big brands sell with sulfate. So you are telling me that all those amazing, global, incredible brands, they all wrong? No, they use good quality sulfate. The sulfate is important. A cleanser is important to remove all the dirt that is accumulated on the scalp. Otherwise, you will create a new problem, which is oily hair. So if you have 0 sulfate for a year, for example, just imagine you rinsing your body, not using any soap. Or imagine you have oily hands and you will never wash with any cleanser. You're going to be rinsing with water and using a good mask on your hands. Imagine how disgusting your hands will feel in a month. How greasy, how yucky. This is your scalp if you never use sulfate because you're scared. So Nanoplasty doesn't require you to use sulfate-free products as much as that's what I see the most. That's what I see the most. Every video, hairdressers explaining on how to do nanoplasty. And what is the aftercare? Sulfate-free. You know what I mean? So I need you guys to be intentional. So Floractive doesn't require you to use sulfate-free. Because we are not coating your hair. If we are not coating your hair, any sulfate product that you are using after, even its horrible quality, will not remove the nanoplasty. It will remove the hydration. A very bad sulfate quality will remove the hydration of the hair, will make your skin dry, will make your scalp dry. Yes, it will do all that. But a good quality sulfate will do the cleanser properly. And it will be good for your hair. Alistair is asking, can we wash the hair on the same day when we do nanoplasty? Do clients' hair to be dirty? 100% you have to wash the hair after. Washing the hair after is not optional. So when the clients come in and the hair is dirty, you know that you're going to wash at the end. Imagine, I would not let my clients to leave the salon without washing the hair with nanoplasty. Not at all. So very important, the after wash with nanoplasty is not optional. Hey MJ, it's Amajot here. I'm doing nanoplasty from 1 year so far. Sometimes the ends are not too shiny. This hair has already split ends. I did the pre-treatment SOS a week before. That's amazing. That's a really good strategy, Amajot. If the hair has split ends, or when the hair is really dry, very important for you to do that. Or what you can do as well is use the force therapy. Force therapy is amazing. Very, very good for you to do prior the nanoplasty as well. Then Alistair is asking, can we do wash first, then pre-treatment, then do nano? Yes. But only if the hair is extremely dirty. Because when the hair is extremely dirty, they will cause a lot of fumes. And those extremely bad fumes are not good, because you're going to be inhaling a lot of fumes, and fumes are not good. Even if it's from a barbecue, fumes are not good. Dehydrate the throats. So if you have to wash, but if you feel that you can go through, that's fine. You go through with the nanoplasty even on dirty hair, and you wash the hair at the end. So Hair by Hoda say, hey guys, OMG Effect, she's right, but I recommend my clients to do nada brightness after when I wash the hair from side. Sarah, you should do it twice with the straightener. I didn't get your question, my darling. If you could rewrite, I didn't get it. I always think everyone don't know how to wash the hair. Yes, people don't know, but it's a waste of time for you if you wash everybody's client's hair before, and there is a big risk of you reducing the potential of the nanoplasty as well. So it's very important to follow the guidelines of, if the hair is really dirty, ask your clients to wash the hair prior to the nanoplasty. And even if they come in with the hair a bit, not really 100%, make sure that at the end you cleanse the hair really, really good. If someone's damaged hair by using box dye, do you think the nano should still work? Yes, the nano will work even if they do box dye at home. The problem is, if the hair is extremely damaged, I would do the pre-treatment to fix the damage before the nanoplasty. Because as much as a lot of people sell nanoplasty as miracles out there, nanoplasty is not a miracle. You don't expect to fix 5 years of damage in one application. You know what I mean? You shouldn't. It's not ideal for you to try to fix the damaged hair with one application of Nanoplasty. I will do the pre-treatment, could be on the same day, could be on the same day, and then you redo the Nanoplasty 100% properly. You do the pre-treatment, you rinse the hair, then you start the Nanoplasty. The outcome is completely different. Oh my gosh, she's right. Yes, I usually rinse the hair very good, and you should do straightening not twice after. Yes, wash the hair to get good results. This is what I'm doing. Okay, that's amazing how that you're doing that. Josie say, can we rewatch this live because I'm on and off? Yes, you can rewatch this live. It's going to be available for you to watch. So what you recommend is a pre-treatment in Floractive range. So we've got 3 ways of doing the pre-treatment. We have, let me see if I've got the products here behind. We can use the 20-in-1 when the hair is rubberized. So you spray some water on the hair. Let me do here with a cup. You spray some water on the hair and you check if the hair is rubberized. If you pass some water on the ends and you feel that the ends are rubberized, my one is not, thank God, because I've been doing the, the 20-in-1 quite regularly on my hair, because my hair can become very rubberized very easily. It's a straightened hair with Nanoplasty. Then I bleach my hair. My hair is really fine. So it's the perfect hair to create all the issues in the world. So if a client with my hair type, damaged, comes in, you spray some water on the ends, you test, oh yeah, the ends are quite rubberized. You are going to use the 20-in-1, the pre-treatment 20-in-1. It's a pink bottle, and that pre-treatment will give back the elasticity that the hair really needs to be able to proceed with the Nanoplasty on the same day. Okay? You should do it twice off strainer before and after finish. The thing is, hair by holder, you don't wash the hair after the processing time. You rinse the hair just with water. So after the 1 hour waiting, you're going to do the first rinse, not the first wash. The wash is after with the iron, okay? So that needs to be very clear. MJ, if a customer comes in with a hair styled with hairspray, mousse, or hair oil, do I have to wash the hair first? I would wash, because if I use heat on top of lacquer or on top of hairspray, it becomes very gluey. So I would wash this hair. But then how would I wash this hair? I wash this hair as a normal hair wash. I would wash the hair with the shampoo and conditioner. This is how I would wash the hair. Okay? So this is what it's important for us to remember. Then another issue. MJ, this is the kind of issues when I don't use enough heat. That one was when I don't use enough product. This one here is when I don't use enough heat. So her hair was really, really coarse, really, really coarse. And then it became wavy. So I know that the hair didn't dehydrate. Her hair looks hydrated still, but it still has some frizz. And the middle part of the hair is still very curly. So that tells me there wasn't enough tension. Not enough tension. And guys, as much as everyone says, oh yeah, I know how to use the iron, I can guarantee you that 60% of the hairdressers don't know how to use the iron. They don't. And don't feel afraid or scared or embarrassed. Don't feel embarrassed of not knowing something. I need you guys to not feel embarrassed of not knowing something. I had to learn everything from scratch. And don't believe that I knew everything before. No, I failed in a lot of things. My husband failed a lot in ironing the hair. He didn't know. The iron needs to be passed correctly, creating a smoothing texture. And let me tell you a story. Let me remove this. I was trying to teach a hairdresser how to use the iron. Counting the hairdresser knew how to use the iron. And this is the question I want you to ask yourself. Do I know how to use the iron properly? Because one thing is you knowing how to use the straightener to curly the hair or just to smooth and remove the frizz. Another thing is using the straightener for straightening. It's completely different. Completely different. Let me tell you this story. So I travel to Central Coast, and if you are not in Australia or in Sydney, Central Coast from where I live is 180 kilometers. So I drove there to understand what was going on with that client. She said to me, I can't get the results. And I told her, what are you doing? Tell me the steps. She was following everything. I couldn't figure it out. So I went there and I said to her, I will do half and you will do half of the head. We apply the product, perfect. We rinse the hair, perfect. Then I will tell you, Jocelyn, in a minute. I will go back to this question. Rinse it out, perfect. Dry, she dry half. I dry half of the hair with with the hair dryer perfectly. Then we divided the hair perfectly. I started the passes in my side and we were chatting because she was doing it properly from my eyes. She was doing it properly. So we've done about 3 sections and I said, okay, let me have a look. When I looked to her side, guys, her side, the hair was like straw. I could not believe my eyes. And then I say to her, can you see my half? And she's like, wow, your half looks so silk. And then I say, why your half looks so bad? You are using the proper straightener. You are using the clamping brush. You are using the right temperature. What the F? I say to her, do it. I'm going to look. This is what she was doing, guys. Pay attention. She was separating the strands. Everything was perfect until this. She was passing the iron. Can you see? What did I do wrong, MJ? Can't even brush my hair now. Look at this. How naughty. She was pushing the straightener backwards. So she was passing the straightener, going a little bit back, a little bit back, a little bit. Look at this, guys. And tell me, can you see this? Guys, I need this to be inside of your head. Inside. Because using the wrong technique on the iron will not only make the hair feel horrible, it will also create breakage. What is the right way? And someone so humbly said, MJ, can you please explain the right way? I love you for that. I love you, how humble you are to ask that. I'm gonna teach you now the right way. When you divide the hair, you divide straight sections. So you can clearly take below and the top of the head as well. So you're gonna take the rest of the hair and you're gonna get out of your way. Clip the hair. So you get a clean section for you to work. This section will be too large. Can you see it's too large? I'm gonna divide in 2. And I will take this out of the way, clipping it. OMG, I just iron the hair. I'm going to clip. Yes, you will, because you don't have formaldehyde. So you're going to get the strand. You're going to clip the clamping brush to create that tension. Can you see? I'm creating tension. I'm pulling the hair down. Tension. I will put first the hair clamp to create tension. Then I'm coming with the straightener and I'm going to close the straightener and push it down. Open, closing and pushing it down. Open, close and pushing it down. You're not going to do this ta 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 on the roots. Ta 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 ta. No, you're breaking the hair. It's clear sections. Open, close and go down. Open, close and go down. Open, close and go down. Having the clamping brush, creating that section for you. What about if I don't have the clamping brush? This is what happens. Loose. And then you clip the hair with the straight and you go down. Loose again. Clip the hair with the straight and go down. What you're gonna have if you have the brush with the comb, you have one finger that is not gonna get straight. Forget about it. You can't get it because you don't have the tension to hold the hair in a certain degree. Can you see? When you have the clamping brush, you hold the hair in a certain degree. So when you pass the straightener, you get really close to the roots. If you have the comb, this is what you do. You start halfway here. You start halfway, and this is what you do. Guys, the iron is a big deal. It's a big deal. And please feel humble enough to say, okay, maybe I don't know how to use the iron. If you do that, scientifically your brain will open and say, okay, I don't know how to do that properly. I want to learn. And if you want to learn, baby, this is the channel for you. You will not find a better education on nanoplasty. And I say that out loud. I say that screaming. You will not find better education than in Floractive because we've trained everyone out there and they are training from second hand. They are training after learned what they've learned with me. So yes, I'm very proud to say that the best education in nanoplasty in Australia, in Asia and New Zealand, you will find with us. I'm very proud to say that. Very, very proud. Because yes, if you are humble enough to learn with us, if you are humble enough to recognize that we can help you, you are in the best channel for you to learn nanoplasty without bullshitting, without lying, without trying to, no. Clear. The truth is clear. The lie has a lot of veins. Truth is clear. Let me see here. RMC say, also the product is not for the scalp. It's for hair only. So it needs to be 1 to 2 centimeters apply away from the skin. This is a very important practice. MJ, please explain. Yes, I remember. I remember the pre-treatment. Let me go back to the pre-treatment, then I go to the skin. The 20-in-1 can be applied prior to the nanoplasty, but is a solution that are supposed to create structure for the hair. And MJ, why do you explain so much? Because guys, I don't educate people to be depending on me. Any dumb person can teach using a step-by-step. And I'm sorry to be so rushed. I'm sorry. I'm not normally like that, but I am. I'm getting frustrated. There is so many new educators out there that has no idea what they're talking about. They educate by, okay, now you pass 2 times and then they don't explain you why. They don't teach you how to think. And you leave the training with them with a piece of paper. I'm so happy. Now I have a paper. I have a paper now. I don't teach people to use papers. I teach people how to think. Because far out, you have a brain. You don't need to depend on me forever. You have a brain. So why we use the 20-in-1? Because the 20-in-1 gives back the structure the hair lost to be rubberized. For the hair to be rubberized means that disulfate bonds that create the bond, which is the connection of the hair, is corrupted. If it's corrupted, some areas of the hair will not be connected. So when you put water, because water also changes the pH of the hair. Every time the water is on the hair is more sensitive. That's why you see the problems when the hair is wet. When the hair is dry, you can't see that the hair is elastic. When the hair is dry, the hair is not elastic. As soon as you wash the hair, as soon as you wet the hair starts showing the problems. That's why you see the hair elastic. Thank God my hair is not elastic. But when the hair is wet, you see the problems. So if they imagine that my hair was going like, yeah, I will spray the 20-in-1 only where my hair is elastic. MJ, can I apply all around? If you like to reap money like this, do it. If you like to chuck money in the bin, do it. Up to you. I don't like to chuck money in the bin. I don't let anybody do that. But if you don't mind, that's fine. Spray only where the hair needs. It will create damage if I spray everywhere. Would not create any damage. It's literally just money you're chucking in the bin. Because the hair doesn't need. The rest of the hair doesn't need. So I will spray where the hair needs the reconstruction. Brush, clip, and leave it on for about 15 minutes. And I will check the elasticity. The elasticity should improve. The elasticity needs to be improved. MJ, it means that we'll stop completely. Hold on. We are developing something that is going to blow your mind. But hold on. The one that we have now is fantastic. So you will improve the elasticity, okay? Improve the elasticity. Then you're going to rinse it out 100%. You have to rinse. MJ, what about if I don't want to? Okay, that's what's going to happen. The nanoplasty is going to relax the bonds and the 21 is creating the bonds. What happens? Let's go back to the physics now for your lessons of physics. What happens when you have a negative and a positive energy? What happened, guys? Tell me. I need someone to tell me. I'm not going to say it. What happens when you have positive and negative energy together? What happens to them? I want to hear. I want to know that you guys are paying attention. What happens when you put energy, positive and negative together? I'm going to be waiting. Someone will be brave enough to tell me. I want to know from you that are paying attention. They repel. They cancel. Yes, 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 yes. They can't be together. They can't be together. So if you put them together, 20-in-1 plus nanoplasty, you're not going to have either the 20-in-1 working properly, not either the nanoplasty working properly. That's why you need to rinse it out. They cancel each other. They can't survive in the same spot. So it's pretty much one saying, oh, it's positive, I need to go. And the other one, oh, negative, I need to go. So you can't use them together. This is the only solution from Floractive that I would say to you, rinse before. The rest, I would say nanoplasty will work on top. I don't care. But 20-in-1, it's not the solution for you to leave on the hair. Okay? So rinse it out because the water neutralizes. The water, you don't need to use shampoo. The water will neutralize the action of the 20-in-1. Rinse it all out because the water has a pH neutral. A neutral pH. All right? They're not going to do that. The ingredients don't repel like water and oil. But on the hair itself, they do. They don't combine. They try to reach the same space. So I rinse the hair 100%. Then I start doing the nanoplasty. Wet hair or dry hair, MJ? Try to remove the excess of the water. Try to remove the excess, for the hair to be dripping. So then you don't have that water covering the hair too much. So I spoke today about the biggest problems. Now I'm going to go. I shouldn't because this is going to take so much longer. But I want to go to this. Let's go to this. MJ, why this is happening? Why this happening in my client's hair? I need to know because I want to avoid this kind of mistakes. And let me tell you, can you guys see? All right. Oh, I had a Floractive Express Nanoplasty top up at the City Beauty New Zealand. It's absolutely stunning. It is. When the technician knows how to use the products from Floractive properly, forget about it. They create OMG Effect with everybody. Once the technician, once the person that is using Floractive products knows how to use them, that's it. They can create whatever. They're free. They are free. So what is the issue on this client? First problem, guys. Can you guys see that the hair is not purple at all? There is no compensation. Can you guys see that the first thing you say, iron is still hot, iron is still hot. The hair didn't receive the ideal product for this hair. Can you see that the hair is not purple anywhere? What that means that they used W1. MJ. Wow. So using the wrong solution can create that? This is the first problem. The second one is, can you see that this hair is not rinsed well? Can you see the hair is not rinsed well? By the way that the hair looks while can you see that it's stuck, especially the first right top part of the hair? What is W1? W1 is our W1 solution, the Nanoplasty solution for dark hair. So any hair below level 7, you will be using that solution. So first problem on this, they didn't use the proper solution. Second, they didn't rinse the product well. Third, they didn't use heat protection. And fourth, they use a lot of heat. And can you see where the hair was becoming more yellow? Guys, let's be very honest. And now I want to stop this to show you again. When I do a gray hair, this is what I do. I divide the hair in sections. I prepare very well. I brush the hair with a clamping brush. I prepare very well. For me to do like a race, literally. When I do gray hair, I work as a race. So that's what I do. I hold it and I come with a straightener. Tick, tick, tick. Not messing the hair, okay? I'm trying to do that with my hands, which is quite hard. But I go quick. And then I see how the hair behave. That's why I prepare it first. I prepare, brush, I pull the clamping brush, and then I go quick, 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 quick. Okay, the hair is not changing the color. Good. So let me go a little bit higher on the temperature, especially when the hair is really coarse, really gray. If the hair is like mine, 210 will be plenty for my hair. But if my hair was very coarse, very curly, or very gray, and I used the proper solution, the Eco Reduxer, because it is the ideal solution for coarse and gray and blonde hair, I would go quick, quick, quick. Oh, I can go higher. I go higher. Quick. Ah, it's not getting warm. I'm increasing from 180 to 200 to 110. Now I'm going to go to 130. Oh, it's getting a bit warm. Okay, it's getting a bit warm. Nice. But the hair, imagine, the hair was really coarse and thick. I need 250 for that hair. This is what I would do. Okay? Look. Ooh, too much. I'm gonna do it again. Pay attention. Ooh, too much. This is what this person did. Oh shit. Oh shit. I've used too much heat. Do you understand that the speed on gray hair matters so much? You can't click. No, not on gray hair. Not on gray hair. On gray hair, you breathe in, brush the hair, pass the clamping brush, and then go. Okay. Ta, ta, ta. Okay, it didn't change. Increase. Ta, ta. It's getting a bit warm. Increase. Ta, ta. Oh, too much. Let me put it down. If you do that, you're not going to get anybody else in your lifetime yellow ever again. This is purely technique. Purely someone that is technically good. A few days ago, I sent a message to a student of mine. I think she's here on the live today. And I say to her, one of your greatest advantages is that you never done keratin before. So you came in clean. You were open and humble to hear everything from zero and learn from zero. So if you guys were doing that on keratin, you need to delete that information from your brain. You need to delete and start doing it properly. Guys, if you do it properly, I'm telling you, you will never, never, never say that your agenda is not busy, that you have no one coming to your salon. If you master the technique on Nanoplasty, on Floractive's Nanoplasty, first, you will never go and find any other brand. There will be no need. You will be able to fulfill everything you need within the products that we have. So I'm here to say to you guys, if you are finding it hard somehow, that's why I'm here. So let me say again, Mazi Girl saying, true, so many salons offer nanoplasty, but none specialized in it. It was important I found a specialist, so I traveled from Wellington all the way to City Beauty simply because of that fact. And I will tell you, Maz Girl, you will not regret, and you will travel further if you need, because we do that. If we have some salons that are good, we travel far. I'm sorry, I do travel 5 hours. Okay, I tracked my 1 liter new bottle of keratin as soon as I started studying about nano. Oh my God. Don't let the keratin brands read that RMC. I'm not saying here the keratin is not bad. It's not good. I'm not here to say, oh, it's not good. It's a different technology. It is different. Definitely it is different. And the best advantage you will have is learning everything, not being proud to say, I already know how to use a straightener, duh, I'm a hairdresser, duh. If you are humble enough to say, maybe I don't know how to use the straightener on nanoplasty, let me learn, let me understand, I want to learn. I'll tell you, you're unstoppable, you're unstoppable. Now let me choose a different asset for you see the mistakes. What was that? Let me tell you. W1, 250 degrees, rinsed 20%. When I saw that, I've cried. When I saw that, I cried. Because I say they had 1 piece of gold in the hands and they chuck it in the bin. And this lady, we're still helping her to fix her hair. It wasn't me, but I am now paying to fix her hair. Because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't put my head in the pillow at night and say, thank you God for the day. Remember that woman has that hair. And the hairdresser, she felt so bad. She admit that she didn't have enough knowledge, that she failed. We trained her. She's now amazing. So I am in for humble people. I don't care if you know, for people that are proud. enough to, I know everything. So go to other brands. Do you want the telephone number of my competitors? I will give you the telephone number of all my competitors. They all were my students before. I will pass them to you. I don't care. I want people that are humble to learn. And Amajot is saying, MJ, it would be great if I can get more information about the curly hair maintenance. I'm going to do a live only about them, Amajot. Because I know that you guys are so excited about it. So I'm going to do a live with that. Maha is saying, what did you do to fix that, MJ? Guys, we had to do an intensive hydrating treatment for her to be able to bleach the hair and remove that color. So we had to do treatments for a month. I will see if I can get a photo of her hair now. Much better. But when the hair is burned by the heat, it's so hard to remove. We're working on that too. Floractive is absolutely the pioneer when it comes to nanoplasty. I will not go to another salon because of my experience with Camilla. Informative and absolutely experienced. Amazing. If a client covers her hair gray a day before nanoplasty, what we would do, you can do the nanoplasty, but you maybe needs to color and tint the hair again, because if it's fresh tint or covered, it will may get the acidic base of the nanoplasty might get to remove that tint that is superficially coloring the gray. What you need to understand about gray is gray hair doesn't have the ingredient that the body produces to generate color, which is the melanin. So the melanin is gone, which means that any color that is on top of the gray hair is superficially covering the gray. It's never permanent. Otherwise, imagine you would put a color on the gray and it would never, ever get removed, which is not the case on gray. So knowing that, what you know, okay, if they color the hair the day before, as soon as they put the nanoplasty on, it will remove some of that color. So what should I do? You color after. You color straight after. You color on the same day, straight after. How do you stop dark hair from lightening? This is a great question, Mas. Great question. The dark hair will only lighten in 3 situations. Okay? Or you are not rinsing the hair enough after the processing time. Or the hair is really gray. When the hair is really gray and color dark, there is no way to not fade. Some hairs, some clients has been sending me saying, MJ, it's not fading. And I say, wow, that's amazing. But the natural way is fade when the hair is gray and cover dark on the top. Okay? But when you leave a lot of products on the hair and you pass the iron without rinsing the hair 100%, you create rust on the hair. And that's why the color fade. So 2 things that you should be paying attention if the hair is dark, not gray underneath. It's rinsing the hair enough and using heat protection, especially on the areas that we see that changes the color the most. Because as soon as you pass the iron, yes, you will change the color a bit. But when you wash the hair at the end, you give back the pH of the hair, you stabilize that, and the color gets back to the normal color. Okay? Hope you guys enjoy. It is so good to be with you guys, and it was so amazing to have this amount of people throughout the whole live, which means that you guys watched from beginning to the end. I'm gonna be here every Tuesday and Thursday to educate you, and I can't wait to see you guys again on Thursday 12 p.m. So if you have your questions, come back on Thursday 12 p.m. that I'm gonna be here. If you don't follow my Instagram, what are you waiting for? I'm here donating all this information to make sure that you guys will succeed and be able to provide the OMG effect for all your clients. I love you all, and I'm here trying to give you guys the best of the best of the best. Everything I would love to hear when I started, to not stuff up too much, because I failed a lot until becoming very good. And that's what I want you guys to succeed and not fail. I'm going to Cairns this year. I am. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the next SOS Flora. Bye.